Hey Magic fans, welcome back. We're going to do a quick review of the 6 collector booster boxes that we opened. And it's going to be interesting, let's just say that. So, before we get started though, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. The comments down below are going to feed that YouTube algorithm. And keep the channel sponsor free because none of you guys want to hear about my OnlyFans page or foot pictures or meal prep or any other weird shit that might be coming out of my mouth. So, we'll keep it at that. Also, links in the description if you haven't went there yet. These cards are going to be on TCG Player and eBay. There'll be some left maybe by the time you guys get there. Don't know. First come, first serve. So we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do something special and have a little giveaway. So make sure you subscribe up for that. So without further ado, here we go. Now, I always go through and tell you guys how I do this. This is a little different this time. So you're going to need to hear me out before you fast forward through the video. Because of how many different types of cards there are and how hard it was to look all these different types up, I did something a little different. Every rare here and here, I just put in for $1. And you're going to say, Captain, that's not fair. You're right, it's not. For example, like this Waterlogged Grove that's foil, this is not $1. So these numbers are going to be low. With that said, the reason for that is all these surge foils we got are relatively pricey and where the real dollar value is. Here are all the mythics. Let me tell you something. There were very few mythics that we got that were above $5. And most of these surge foils are actually better than the mythics. So even though we got all these mythics, the value is really in this stack of surge foils, and we'll go over that at the end. So, all these are $1 a piece. So are these. I know that's going to be low-balling. As far as mythics go, we did get some decent mythics. Now, any mythic that we got that was a surge foil, I did leave it in the mythic slot. So all mythic cards of value, or all mythic card value, is in the mythic slot. So keep that in mind as we go through this. Finally, we have all these surge foils. You know, it's hard to see it on that Weeping Angel. Turn my light back on here, see if it helps any. There we go. So there you can kind of see it. So all these are the surge foils. And there was a good chunk of them. So, with that said, there's not a lot else to go over other than what I've already told you. So, with that said, let's actually get into this and talk about dollar value. And this is going to explain to you guys why I did it the way I did it and only price surge foils and not the rest of it. So, you can see here we did mythics, rares, and special was all surge foils that were not mythics. Box 1, $49 in mythics. Box 2, $45 in mythics. Box 3, $37, $45, $56, $18. So mythics had almost no value in the entire thing. However, we had $1 a rare, 100, 111, 104, 114, 104, 101. Surge foils that I looked up all of them individually, and also lowballed these as well. 384 in the first box, 255 in the second, 376, 431, 372, 280. So all in all, we had a 534 box, a 411 box, 517, a 399, a 532, and a 590. So this is averaging out to about $450 a box. Those numbers are way off. And again, a lot of these rares are worth more than $1. Maybe some of these surge foils might be worth more because I kind of did some rounding. But if this is the low end, this is insane. Now again, this is on day of release value and the day after. So these prices will probably come down. But if all these prices get halved of their value, we're talking 260, 205, 250, 245. Actually, not even 245 because there's another 100, so it's like 295. 260 something. This is probably the worst one. So it's really crazy, these card prices right now. And mind you, that's just with what you're seeing. Like, this does not take into consideration any of the Surge Foil lands that I pulled, Surge Foil uncommons that will have value, or the sweet Surge Foil tokens, like the sweet candy and all this other stuff that I think is going to have serious value as well, as far as above $2. So, with that said, let's also look at something else. What was the pull average of lands, tokens, and commons and uncommons, surge value-wise, versus the rest of the box? So, for land, 24 were surge foils, 48 were not. So, roughly one-third of the packs had a surge land instead of a regular land. So, for me, that means these lands are going to be pretty valuable because as of right now, you have to buy 3 packs to get 1 surge land. Number 2, tokens. Same thing, 25 versus 49. If that's an average, again, you get a surge foil token 1 every 3 packs, which is, again, going to make them pricey. Finally, surge commons and uncommons. I got 25 out of roughly 100. So, if you're saying you're going to get 1 or maybe 2 surge foils per box. 3 if you're low. Well, 3 times 6 is 18. 4 times 6 is 24. So 4 common surge foils per box. So with 12 packs in a box, again, that's 1 every 3. So there's going to be more value here, land, token, and common and uncommon surge foils, than I think people are used to seeing. And that's going to be really weird in this product. Now, mind you, this is only out of 6 boxes. When you do law of large numbers, all this math could be different, could be higher, could be lower. But this is what we've seen out of 6 boxes. And from what I've seen from the print runs and people trying to buy this stuff, you're not going to get a whole bunch to be able to crack. So, what is my impression of Doctor Who collectors? Let me say that if you're a Doctor Who fan, this is phenomenal. If you're a Magic and Doctor Who fan, this is great. And if you're just a Magic fan, there are some great cards in here with great art that aren't even Doctor Who related per se. Like, for example, this Waterlogged Grove, like, it's just cool. Yes, it's Doctor Who, we get it. But the picture is amazing. It's full of art. You know, it gives you the option for all this other stuff. This Exotic Orchard is cool. Does it have to be Doctor Who? No, it doesn't, but it still is. And lots of other cards that we used to have, Dark World of Catacombs and what have you, can have other pictures, even the temples, that are really sweet. So, it's a high point for collectors on that as well. From what I've seen and from what I'm seeing and what I've opened, I think that they may have balanced this product, as long as there's not a giant spill of it onto the market, at a product that came out at what is considered to be a normal price for collectors, and provided enough value and playable cards to make it not only worth that money, but worth more. Good thing for that, this is a great set for collectors of Doctor Who, Magic, and everybody all involved, because there's value plus cool cards. The downside is, what if Wizards sees this as an opportunity to jack prices up on the next set? That's my only drawback to this. But if they make another IP product similar to this, the same kind of layout, and the pricing doesn't change, it's going to be a home run like I feel this one is. So, that's my thoughts. If you can get a couple boxes around $200, even all the way up to $250, definitely a deal, and I would probably do it. So, with that said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I do appreciate it. Until next time, be kind. Hope to see you across from the game table later, player. I can't believe they got their shit together and actually pulled one off.